Recording in progress.
What it do, what it do, what it do. It is your boy, Andrew Schultz, aka Mr. W Two Shoes, and who am I with as always? Joseph Huggins, aka Old Man Huggie. Talk shit or get off the pod. Episode 156. Controlling the weather? You tell me.
That's pretty good, dude.
Motherfuckers.
You've been working on it. You tell me. But you gotta start. You gotta find a comfortable Jesse Ventura word. For me, it's baja. And you just gotta say it over again, you know? Like, baja. And then you can...
You tell me.
Why won't they let me in? I was a frogman in Vietnam. You tell me. Fuck Carl Weathers. That's not true, though. Shout out Carl Weathers. R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Fantastic. I think I talked about it whenever he passed because we were doing the pod then. And it was arguably like the best blaxploitation cameo character of all time. I think there's a movie called... I want to say it's the movie called Monkey Hustle, which is like...
Okay.
Incredible. Anything by American Internet.
That's also in that that guy running for governor in North Carolina.
Yeah.
That's also in his porn search history. Monkey Hustle. That's actually, it's like on Nude Africa. It's a subcategory.
Wow. Well, that movie, anything by American International Films, is like definitely a blaxploitation and fantastic. And I want to say it's either like Monkey Hustle or something that's got Pam Grier. Just saying that. Like, even when I first saw it, I was obsessed with blaxploitation movies for like 2 years. And it was just watch like any of them. Didn't matter what it was. And I came across that and was like, this is absolutely insane. I love it. But he plays a character named Hambone. He's always got some random ass like one word name because Carl Weathers was in a shit ton of movies, like Samuel L. Jackson level, been in movies, especially because he's in almost all of those. He's like a cameo, and then he made that transformation. So we're like John Williams.
And when you say transformation, you mean giving hand jobs to Jesse Ventura on the set of Predator?
Yeah, and then getting in one arm shot off, dual wielding MP5s.
True.
Shooting at an invisible man that's just walking towards you. They're all terrible shots. Like, he's like got his arms stretched out. It's just not good. But he's in a lot of movies, and in the blaxploitations, I swear, majority of the time, he has like one name, and it's on like a food product.
Is Hambone one name? Because it sounds like
no spaces. No spaces.
Okay, but it's still
And it's like because it goes through.
It's a conjunction or whatever.
Yeah, but if that's your
junction.
But what's
your function?
But it's what if you don't want to use it in that function? You just say, hey, no, dog.
I don't even think that is the conjunction that they're referring to.
This isn't even your function. You can't even be here, bro. You need to get on.
Well, I don't go to the party to get dressed up. I go to the function to fuck shit up. And that's on Gorsh.
Oh, bro, I hit some people with that the other day, and they were like, that's ridiculous. On Gorsh. Yuck.
Yeah, dude. I think that makes me want to, like, murder you.
I don't know where I heard that, but I hate
that.
It's incredible.
I don't know. It makes, like,
well, now we're seasonal. Now we're seasonal.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. What's your new one?
It's the fall. On gourd.
On gourd.
And you make just pumpkin jokes, squash jokes, right?
So instead of pickleball, you're playing squash on gourd.
Yeah. Be like, bro, come out here on this squash court, and let me put it to you on gourd. You going down, dude. That's just like an extra level. And what's awesome is I feel like I can tell if someone's like smart and gets it whenever I drop the on gourd. And they like laugh. They're like, oh my God, that's so stupid. Don't ever say that again. And I just perpetually say it over and over again and like have a serious conversation, say something, end it on gourd. And then I'm like, and I'm out.
Sometimes I hit them with it's knuckle puck time.
Knuckle puck times are good.
On gourd. Then Bombay.
Dude. That's insane. That's next level.
That's what I'm here for, bro.
You can get these hands.
You can get these hands, bro.
On Gordon Bombay, dog.
On Gordon Bombay.
On Bombay,
I'm dropping
dog.
the gloves on you, dude.
Yeah, like the Bash Brothers, bro. I'm coming at you. You're
You're
Iceland. It's the second time we're playing, and you're about to fucking lose to the U.S. of A. on Gordon Bombay, dog. Shit.
Did you see that Putin's been talking to Trump since he's like been out of office like 7 times?
Oh, I believe it. Now
That's
it's
crazy.
like not weird. Don't worry, no one's listening. They think I'm in the shadows. I'm
7
watching
times.
from afar.
But like, what about like? And he's got the nuclear secrets in Mar-a-Lago while he's talking to him.
No, for sure.
That's crazy. That came out. And also, we just had the year today's October 8th that we're recording. We had the year anniversary of the Hamas attack on Israel yesterday, October 7th. Just want to remind people that Putin's birthday is October 7th. And Putin likes to do shit on his birthdays.
On Gordon.
Just throwing that.
That's crazy. Like a scarecrow in a cornfield, bro. On Gord, he out there, bro.
God,
He's what? That's what I'm saying, dude. It's too good,
dude.
And I'm not even like into the holidays, but On Gord might get me on that level. It might push me to that point.
No, it might. I might have to get us a couple pumpkin spice lattes on Gord.
Boom! Now you're getting it. You're understanding. You can use it all the time.
Yeah.
This pumpkin pie is slamming on Gord. Or like I said earlier, like, hey man, when are we gonna come together?
When is Cinderella and this shit gonna turn back into a pumpkin on Gord?
Yeah. Bro, you can say so many wild things. Come get this stuffing on Gord, dude. That's what I'm saying. And you can make Thanksgiving jokes, October, November jokes, pumpkin carving jokes, and any joke that's like adjacent to that.
Okay. Well, so if y'all need like shit, like random shit to say,
if you want to see someone get mad really quick, it's fucking on Gordon, dude. Just drop it on Gordon.
I'm going to the poker tables just to say on Gordon.
Oh, dude, I'm. Please do it. Please tell me what happens. And I'm sure it's existed before this. I'm not saying I've started it, but this is like so.
How could it?
Maybe in small social circles.
We're in the forefront of this shit. We've been researching this shit. Of course, we were going to take it to the next level as soon as we figured it out.
I mean, there's a
That's
small.
That's on pod.
There's a small window in which somebody could come up with the phrase "on Gord." That's all.
Exactly. And
we're in this window. So if we were the first, the window is officially shut. And if not, we in the room. We in the room. The door was open. We stepped in.
But you know what? When God shuts a window, he opens the door. That's actually when God closes the door, he opens a window. Or she.
Or just open them, both of them at the same time, and like you can just pick one, and you can just
get the wind coming through,
and you can just like pick one. If you're trying to leave, you can pick one because
like why?
you have free. Well, why you like
why you limiting my choices?
Yeah, you're kind of pigeonholing me, dog. Like let me get air.
That's why it's on Gord.
But right, I don't know. I've always hated that saying because I'm like, nah, I only have one choice. Like I had two, and he's like, oh, so not that one? Okay. No, you got that, and it's like, well, no, man. Maybe I want both.
Well, to be fair though,
for a corner lot, is the side of the house, so there's creates a great cross.
Hey, let me get God's back here because a big mistake in society is that people think that they want unlimited choice, and really, that unlimited choice causes anxiety, and it actually provides less happiness. What you want is just a few choices that are really good. You want like it curated for you. You want the Google search, the top 10 thing. You don't want to go to the second page.
Yeah, I mean, I've always thought you want to have.
So maybe God's just like, hell, if I open this other opportunity up, it's gonna fuck up both opportunities. So I'm only keeping one open at a time for you.
See, I think people get it fucked up. Like Elon Musk is now like the richest person in the world, and I could see him being like, if I'm ever the richest person in the world, I'm gonna go to Mars. And his like racist apartheid dad who's like getting emeralds from kids in caves in South Africa is like, you're crazy. And now he's like the richest man in the world, and that's what he's fucking doing. But I think if you have the choice, if you have some stupid goofy goals like that, like I want to go to Mars, and then you've put yourself in that position using like government and taxpayer money and like blood diamond money to become a man who shoots people into space. It's just like that's how villains are actually built. As where if you're just like, yo man, I just want to live comfortably enough to where like my finances won't stop me from doing something that I want to do. That's always been like my goal would be like, I want to be, if I want to take 2 weeks off in the summer and go to Belize for 2 weeks and like live my best life, I want to be able, like, I can financially afford to not work for 2 weeks, pay to go to Belize, enjoy myself, come back.
You
and
simple man.
No, because that's like unlimited options.
They got you, bro. They got you. You're just satisfied with Belize for 2 weeks, man. Meanwhile, these motherfuckers, it's Belize every day.
What I'm saying is, I want to be able to do whatever the fuck I want and have my finances not keep me from doing those things. But for me,
but what does that have to do with God opening a door and a window?
He's limiting my options. That's fucked up, bro. I want the window open and I want the door because you're
limiting your options. 2 weeks in Belize.
Well, no, obviously you want to go longer. I'm just trying to be practical here. I won't be like, yo, dog, I want to like build a mansion.
Practical, bro.
Yeah, I'd rather do that.
All right.
Than make them like, I want to go to Mars. Fuck that shit.
No, well,
I have goals.
Sales tactic is you go 10x. You say your goal's 10x, and then you're not going to get to 10x, or maybe you do. But trying, you're gonna get like 4x.
Yeah, but I mean, to be able to do something, to be able to basically not be financially held back and being able to do whatever the fuck you'd want to do, you'd have to be pretty well off to do something like that. There's like almost nothing like, hey, I want to buy a Ferrari as my fucking Sunday car because I'm living my best life. It's just, so it's like almost like a redundant goal, because to be able to create that for yourself and not have unlimited options, you're gonna have to keep grinding.
Or just get like handed down money from like a parent.
Yeah,
literally do nothing to deserve it.
Yeah, but I mean, you could.
Is that how that shit works?
But there are people in those situations. But to have that amount of money, like fuck you money, and inherit that's a smaller group of people than I think people realize. There's people who could, and because right now, if you were to inherit $10 million, that doesn't carry the same weight as inheriting $10 million in like 1991.
Who gives a fuck? Yeah, no shit, it doesn't. Or 1901, but $10 million, you're set for life.
Yeah, you can be if you're smart with your shit. So you don't have. Yeah, you
just park it.
Yeah, but then even then you'd still be limited in what you'd be able to do.
No.
Yeah, I think so.
10 million.
Then you'd be doing Belize for 2 weeks, and you'd park it, and then what? Like you could only spend so much. You have to come up with a way to add to it. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's called compound interest.
That's not going to be enough to sustain you for the rest of your life and do whatever the fuck you want.
Yes.
How much would you be raking in a month off of the compound interest of $10 million in the bank?
Well, it goes up every fucking day. That's how it works.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know what's 5% of 10 million.
5% of 10 million. What is that? 50,000 or 500? No, yeah, it's like 500,000, something like that. 5 million.
Okay, there you go. So you're making 500,000 on the fucking savings account. Like, let alone if you're getting like 8-9% on it.
Yeah, but see, even then I would
get out of my face.
I would take some of that and I'd want to do something else with it.
Right. Well, I'm just saying, just the interest you can live off of, and then you can just go make money moves other, like, you know what I'm saying? Dude, come on, man. Oh, no. Come on, man. I'm not. This is not financial advice, man. But come on, 10 million, you're done.
Done with 10 mil, Mr. Goody Same.
And they've done studies. Anything over $10 million does not make you any happier. That specific number.
That's weird. But you can blow through that, is what I'm saying. If you're not smart
through
with
$1 billion, ask Trump.
No, man, he's worth
No, Zach gave him
tens
like
of
four
billions.
hundred million. He pissed it away. Trump's lost so much money that he didn't have to pay taxes for like 20 years because he could just write off all of his losses as like right tax write-offs. I swear to God.
Well, I know that. But now he's selling $100,000 watches, dude. Come on, bro.
Oh, dude,
He's deep,
he's never
deep
even
in the
sniffed a hundred
money.
thousand dollars.
Deep in
All
the
right,
money, bro.
should we get to it?
Therapy questions?
Yeah.
Yes, we shall. Therapy question number 1. I don't know if people saw this recently. Dude, Twitter is a minefield. There's accounts that I would see all the time that like don't exist anymore. It's just
Those are people leaving.
no, not even that. Like they'll be every once in a while you'll see a tweet where it's like, hey, please retweet this. Da da da. Like these accounts are being suppressed allegedly. Not saying they are, but
Shadow banned.
But it's wild. I mean, I'm seeing 9 Elon Musk fucking tweets in a row. I like do not follow this fucking dude. And no, I'm serious. He's the first
of course,
thing.
dude. Of course, he gets like upset like when it was something he like tweeted and then I think it was Biden tweeted and like Biden got so many more like retweets that he was like he like went into like Twitter HQ this like right after he bought it and he made them all like adjust the algorithm so like his shit would be getting like the most. Yeah.
It's like his own personal Howl at the fucking Moon app, dude. It's crazy.
Right.
Weirdo.
But okay, so what's the story?
He did that rally with Trump, and he's now offering $47 to get registered voters to sign petitions about removing people from ballots, all sorts of goofy shit. And my question is, should Elon or other people be allowed to offer money? So it's $47 per referral. And if you do this, now apparently this is gonna get litigated the fuck out and like he won't be able to do it. But he straight up told people like you need to go out and solicit people, knock on doors, get registered voters to sign petitions. Like with our super PAC, with Elon Musk's super PAC. Like, do you think that politicians or anybody should be incentivized to pay people to like go sign petitions or vote for them, or paying people to register to vote? Like, hey, I know you're an unregistered voter. I'm going to give you $50,000. Go register to vote. Well, $50. I'm going to give you $50 or 50,000 because that's your number.
That is my number.
That is your number. That's what's going to take.
You don't have to pay me 50,000 to register to vote. But yeah, I've already thought about this. Like, I think about like all the money they spend on elections trying to just convince people to vote for them. You just like give the money to the people to vote for you, but that'd be fucked up. Yeah, that shouldn't be allowed, obviously.
And you know, he gets
to pay to people to register to vote. I don't mind that.
Just to get them involved, but isn't that paying them to vote?
No. Paying them to register, you're not telling them who to vote for. It's like when Taylor Swift goes, hey, here's what is it, like vote.org, here's the website. She didn't say like who to go vote for. You know, but we all know. That's the thing. Republicans know the more people that register to vote, the more Democrats are going to register because there's more Democrats than there are Republicans. And so that's why they always try to suppress the fucking vote. That's why they make it harder. Voter ID laws. That's why the Dropbox shit. Like they try to take away college ID doesn't work, but gun ownership license works in Texas. Like they just all sorts of shit because they know the more people that vote, the less chance that they're going to be in power because they know they're minorities, bro.
Yeah.
So I mean, them paying people straight.
Well, but should somebody like should private organizations like Tesla and SpaceX like collect government money or subsidized by the government? Should he even be allowed to go out and pay people to go register to vote or sign petitions? That's kind of fucked up.
What's the petition for?
Let me pull it up real quick. They have $47. Super PAC offers. Yeah, okay. So this is from the New York Times, but Elon Musk PAC offers $47 to those who help it find Trump voters. Registered voters sign a petition that it can use to target potential supporters of Donald Trump's presidential campaign. It's offering a cash reward for referrals. So on the super PAC funded by Musk. Wait, what's the name of it? But voters pledge to support their First and Second Amendments. So that's super goofy. So it's the First and Second Amendment, sign a petition, and if you get people referred to sign this petition, he will pay you $47 per person.
No, that isn't. Who gives a fuck?
The goal is to get. What was it? That's insane. Though, why is he? That's just. I don't think you should be allowed to do that. I don't think anybody who owns
what is the petition going to do? Pledging what?
Pledging
that we're going to support the amendments that are
Actually,
in the Constitution.
I think that's what it is.
It's already in the Constitution.
How is he gonna? Why would he even do this then?
Like, what do you mean? It's already in there, bro.
That website asks for signer's name, email address, cell phone number, mailing address, and refers information. I don't understand that.
So that's probably what it is, paying $47 to just get their information. Seems expensive.
That's a lot.
Customer acquisition, baby.
And there's people that are like, the PAC's website features a carousel of tweets from conservative personalities, including Elon Musk, on topics about secure the border, safe cities, free speech, sensible spending, fair justice system, self-protection. All right. Well, then that's not as. That's actually more stupid. Yeah, it's no limit to the number. They have to be registered voters. So it's people that are registered voters. If they go and fill this out, it's like a pyramid scheme. So if I get you to sign up, then I get $47. You go find somebody, you get $47, and we both go find more people. Next thing you know, we've getting people to sign up for their first time, and we've got 50 people to sign up. And Mr. Musk has got to sell
multi-level marketing, baby. I love it.
Got to sell some of those.
What a genius!
That's like the goofiest shit.
Do I get a cut? Wait, hold on. If I get you to sign up and then you get somebody to sign up, do I get a cut of your shit? That's the multi-level marketing.
So that's where you just gotta like hang out at the mall and be like, sign this up, dog. If you sign up, and then you get somebody else to sign up.
47 is my favorite number. I mean, he's speaking to me.
I think that was my first football number. That was my 7th grade football number. Terrible number to just be rocking. And you're like, I'm going to get 22. I want 21. And they're like, 47. I was like, fuck, bro.
Number's tight.
The T-bone. The crossbar. I was like, shit, man. Therapy question number 2. Do you think, I don't mean to offend anybody, so hate me if you'd like.
Ooh, you can hate me now.
Are people that own snakes and reptiles kind of weird to you? Is there something off about people that keep reptiles, like an alligator or a boa constrictor or something like some large carnivorous reptile dinosaur?
Well, I ran the show notes by the shorty with the face, and she said... first thing she said was number 2, 100% yes.
Right? That's what I'm saying. There's something off about that. It's such a now if you have like a tortoise, that's kind of chill, especially if it's a big one. You're like, hey, I got some money, I got this orchard out back, and we got Henry. He's this 80-year-old tortoise. He was like my great grandpa's. He's tight as fuck. You'd be like, oh, okay, badass. Like that's cool as fuck. But if you come over and I just have a large, full-grown like iguana with like razor claws, and has an
iguanas have razor claws?
Well, no, I'm just saying they got some big mean claws. Oh, they'll fuck you up, dude. You don't think
do they?
They got to.
Nah, man. I mean, they may be in the wild. iguanas be chilling. I don't think
If
like they're
you,
like
dude,
dangerous.
nah, bro,
Like no,
iguanas
out
are
in the
no
wild
joke.
for sure. Yeah, I've seen some iguanas, man. Like
Yeah,
out in Hawaii
I
or
will.
like
I
the
don't want
Caribbean or
no
something.
iguana, and I know people who've owned. Like I've owned an iguana,
Okay, but
and they're
it's not like a cockfighting like
no, but when they get big,
rooster.
they can get big as fuck, bro.
Well, okay, but the claws.
They got little talons, man. They
All
got
right, all right, all
little
right, all right,
pointiness.
all
They're
right.
dinos.
Okay.
There's something off about that. There's something off about people who keep like spiders or a spider. If you have one and it's like, oh, like there's no story you could tell me unless it's named with Charlotte. It's always telling stories about this pig and this
Wilbur.
wild ass rat named Templeton who's like got way lost in the sauce and is fat as fuck now. Unless this spider that you own is telling me stories like that and it's like, man, you look fantastic. I'd be like, bruh, there's something off about you and your like brown recluse collection or your large tarantula. There's this, yeah, I don't, nah, man. They are weird.
Yeah.
And I don't
Yeah,
mean
I
to be
agree.
mean, but they're weird. Unless you're like
No,
a zoo,
no. I mean, be
unless,
mean, dude.
unless you're like a zoologist, or you're like, oh, I'm
Even then,
a little bit to have them at the
isn't a
house.
zoologist weird?
Not really. That's actually kind of tight.
Yeah. That's the Tiger King, bro. Have you seen Chimp Crazy?
Yeah,
They're
get.
they're one step away from a
I
zoologist.
I put you on Chimp Crazy. Don't even start with the on Gord, dog. Don't even start.
Okay, bro.
I'll
Okay.
I'll
Like you even know who Tonka
I,
is, bro.
I'll headless horseman you like I'm Ichabod Crane on Gord, dog.
You don't even know where Tonka is, bro.
Therapy question number 3: does the government control the weather?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
You
dude.
tell me.
How much? What? 47 bill off of like Hurricane Helene? It's gonna cost. Like if they did, they're doing a shit job. How you gonna go back to back like shitty hurricanes and
You
be like,
didn't
oh yeah, they're
see
controlling
Marjorie
this.
Taylor Greene posted a map, and it was the hurricane path, and it was battleground
Did
areas.
Donald Trump like draw his Sharpie on there? Like, did you get a
No, it was no
Sharpie out?
Sharpie, but it was an overlay. It was a good Photoshop. It was Adobe Illustrator, not even Photoshop. She busted out the Illustrator. It was pretty high quality. And she's saying, I told you they control the weather. Because they're saying ancient astronaut theorists believe.
And when she says they, that she means the Jews, or she means
She
the
doesn't
government?
say. She just
Oh,
says, I
okay.
told you they
They.
control. Yeah, like, I told you they control the weather. You're like, what?
Right. They.
And making
Wink,
it
wink,
like the
wink, wink,
Democrats, but it's like,
Right, right.
you know,
Soros.
a little sleight of troglodyte hand. Sorry, man. She's just too much. It's like,
Yeah.
she's like what you would imagine a terrible person to look like. But they're saying that the government controls the weather, and that's what they're using. They're using hurricanes to get payback and convince voters to.
Remember, it used to be like God was punishing America for gay people, like, and that's why the weather was bad. And then now it's the government. Does she know that she's in the government?
It's because Ellen came out. Ellen came out.
Has anybody
as
told
gay.
her that she's like in the House of Representatives? Like she is in the government?
Oh, I think. I mean, did she get reelected, or is she in the? Is she
Of
going to
course,
be?
dude. She's not Bober, bro. She's getting reelected.
Well,
She's lifetime.
didn't Bobo get reelected?
Well, I know, but she had to go. She had to switch districts.
Yeah, so she's just in a new hood. They're like, oh dang, it's like the new girl from school that everyone knew. They met at the track meet, but now she just
I mean,
changed schools.
technically, the election's not like hasn't happened yet.
Well, yeah, but they won their primaries.
Okay, well, how hard is that to do? In the when you're them.
It was impressive. Some of hers were pretty rough, where people were like, "You gave a hand job during Beetlejuice on Broadway," and she like,
And who amongst us hasn't?
and then she's like, "Well, I've made mistakes," and somehow they're like, "She won 65% of the vote." You're like, "What? How is this even possible?" Like, it's on video.
Are you not voting for her?
She got kicked out.
Are you voting for her? If she's in your district, of course you are. If you have a chance to vote for
Bobes.
Bobert,
Yeah. Now, so people, and we've talked about this, Jesse Ventura has a great episode of Conspiracy Theories with Jesse Ventura, where HARP, which is a large array of satellites in like fucking in these crazy ass radio towers, that supposedly ancient astronaut theorists believe that they use it to either create earthquakes or alter the weather.
Okay,
And
why
this has
though?
existed because it's this big, large array of radio tower like satellite poles, super
Okay, but I
powerful,
didn't ask that.
really tall in the middle of Alaska.
What's the purpose?
It's super cryptic on what they use it for. There's an episode where Jesse Ventura is like, I was a Navy SEAL. I can go up right now. They'll let me in. And they don't. They're like, get the fuck out of here,
Of
Jesse
course not.
Ventura. And he's like, what's going on? You tell me. Why can't I come in there? They're like, because you have 30 people with you and a boom mic. Like, get the fuck out of here, Jesse. Like, we get it. You gave Carl Weathers a hand job on the set of Predator 2. Neither of
the other way
y'all.
around.
You're lying. Neither of y'all were in Predator 2. You're in Predator 1. You're drunk, Jesse. Go
Okay,
home.
but like,
I'm pulling it up right now. It's 8.
all right. So
Do you think it's possible for them? It's the high frequency
yeah,
active
because like,
Aurora research program.
no, in like Dubai and in Saudi, like they
Cloud seeding.
yeah, they do that, and the shit only works like it's like can like add rain like 5%, like at max, so like 10% like max out.
Well, this is a thing that I was not obsessed with, but I was definitely into, and it's like either like the cloud seeding, but before that it was chemtrails.
I know. The
And
shorty with the paste was bringing this up. Chemtrails are real.
Yeah, they're totally real. Honestly, like you could go.
Get the fuck out of here,
bruh. Telling you,
we're gonna get flagged.
No, not at all. Because that's what they would say cloud seeding is now. So before it'd be like, hey man, it's a really nice sunny day, and then there'd be some planes crisscrossing all these lines above the sky, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what are they doing? That's really weird. And then next thing I know, it's like cloudy as fuck later, and then it starts raining in the afternoon. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this shit? Now,
That's some Texas like farm bullshit.
no, bro, I've got like, I was definitely into the whole idea of chemtrails, spraying like barium and other.
That doesn't mean that it's real.
No,
Barium
in the atmosphere and other toxic chemicals in the
Why?
atmosphere. That's what the whole question was: is why would they be doing this? That's like a whole subculture. That's an old conspiracy theory about chemtrails.
But you're saying that it's real?
Well, and then now, whenever some people would say they use it to control the weather, or they would use that and put these toxic chemicals like really small particles of like metals into the atmosphere, release these things into the atmosphere, and they could use something like HARP to alter stuff. That's what they used to say. This is way back in the day. That's like, oh man, like 2001, 2. I mean, chemtrails has been around for a while, even earlier than that probably. But then
It was like YouTube's first video.
even before YouTube, man. Like, I mean, even before YouTube was even
E-bombs world.
Yeah, I mean, chemtrails has been around for a long fucking time. And then they come out with cloud seeding, and that this is actually something that they do, that people now are talking about, and the process that they use to do it is very similar to what chemtrails look like. And they would never say what it is. There'd be people that were about like how the planes were unmarked sometimes. They're not aircraft liners. They're just like blank planes. They fly really high up. So HARP is the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, and is a program that studies the ionosphere, the highest part of the Earth's atmosphere. And that's what they say. They send radio waves up to it, and if they can move it, that's what one of these theories is. They shift it, and then whenever it recoils back, whenever they shoot powerful beams from this array up there, it bounces back and creates like either storms, hurricanes, earthquakes. This is a whole thing, man.
How does the earthquakes? One of these is not like the other. Like earthquakes aren't the weather.
Well, they're to say that they shoot shit into the ionosphere, and then
It is funny that people will out here will say it is earthquake weather.
Oh, dude, I'm guarantee you, Shorty with the face is gonna be like, "Damn, bro, I know my chemtrails, man," and it's been going. It's just true because it was always interesting. I've always been into conspiracy theories, so it was like, and just like the storytelling behind it, because half of it's like bullshit. Like I'd read a book on the history of Mormonism that's not like the Book of Mormon, like from Joseph Smith, but a story about some con man pretending like he has gold tablets and putting them in a hat and using rocks to see the letters, and you write it down, but I'm going to read it from inside this hat. That's wild.
Real quick. I just heard this, and maybe I knew it, but I didn't remember it. Do you know what con and con man stands for?
No. Sure.
Confidence.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense. But either way, I mean, like all any conspiracy theory. So chemtrails was always interesting. It was always just like, wow, that's wild, that's crazy. And then I would notice that and be like, oh dang, this shit's crazy. Most people don't look up. That's like half of the whole thing. Is most people don't look around them. Like you could have a light bulb that's out and not even realize it, and someone's like, hey man, you know this light's out. And you're like, oh shit. And it's like, yeah, I've walked under it every day. And I just never look the fuck up. I'm always like in my little POV.
Yeah, that's why Joseph and I are out here to tell y'all: touch grass, look up, breathe,
catch a chemtrail in real time.
catch a chemtrail.
But no one really understands what it's for, what they use it for, how they use it, and that is a episode.
Who's they?
Like
this is the government doing?
Yeah, the government. It's like a government-owned facility.
So you on some Marjorie Taylor Greene shit?
No, it's just real. There's an array of 180 antenna elements that can transmit up to 36,000 kilowatts of RF power. It gets real-time data from the ionosphere and magnetosphere. So they just like beam it up into the sky. I mean, I'm just, so you don't, if they do control the weather, that's fine. That's maybe how they do it. Therapy question number 4. Who do you think, all right, because I think we should do like the worst person of the year. I think that's like a to do every time from now and again. Who do you think the worst person of 2024 is so far right now? We have a lot of really shitty people that are like taking, they're just taking falls. Who do you think is the worst person of 20, or top 3 worst people? Maybe we need to do a bracket.
Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Jelly Roll.
Get out of here. That's absurd.
Oh, Kendrick too.
Why Kendrick?
Just because I'm trying to catch beef with everybody, dude.
You better chill out, dude. You like live in that. You live in California.
That's right, dude. And K-pop.
Okay, you can talk shit about K-pop.
I mean, it's got to be Diddy, right?
Diddy is like definitely in the top 3. He has to.
Because I could say like Putin. I could say Netanyahu, but like Putin's been doing this for a couple years.
Some people would say Trump. Some people would say Biden.
I mean,
no, but I'm just saying some people would. You could make a case for George Santos, but then he kind of. But then he's like redeemed himself early in the year with how it started. But I mean,
worst person, best person.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's an
American. He's manifest destiny.
He started out in a bad spot at the beginning of the year. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what?
Now he's a friend of the pod. Yeah, he's a friend of the pod. We love having George.
We took him under our wing.
Yeah.
And now look
so be yourself, George. Get out there, do cameos. Let the world know.
That's what he was meant to do.
And now he's going to prison. But
dude, you know what?
But
he's
we'll
got a
be
pretty
here
mouth.
when he gets out. When he gets out, we'll be here. I mean, he is essentially like a shitty, talented Mr. Ripley. He's like, because like.
Okay, but also, is anybody else gonna have more fun in prison than George Santos? I think he's gonna have a great time.
Oh, I'm sure he'll still be making money.
He's gonna have like
off cameo.
bitches. He's gonna have bitches because like he con man. Like speaking of con man, like that guy is a con man. Like he's gonna have like, he could be like a cult leader in prison and just like getting all the butt sex that he wants.
He's gonna be on like
Allegedly.
J date, dude.
Is he Jewish?
Well, no, that's like jail. It's like a jail thing.
J date I think is Jewish.
Maybe there's 2. Or JPay. No, sorry. JPay is like jail pay. That's what it is. Because there's a whole Instagram account where it's just based around people.
I think he might have said he's Jewish, to be honest.
He did.
Yeah.
So he's on
His
J
mom
Day
died in the Holocaust.
and he uses JPay.
His mom died on 9/11 in the Holocaust.
Yeah. Yep. It was a double tragedy.
Yeah.
But he started out at the beginning of the year as potentially on the list of worst people as it kept coming out. As we found out more facts, you're like, man, this guy's just a fucking idiot. But now you see the rebirth, the like phoenix coming from the ashes, and it might be one of the most beautiful birds we've ever seen.
He doesn't rise from the ashes, he rises where the cash is.
Like he is Toucan Sam, and he's following his nose to the
Give us
center
the
of
fruit and
the
Fruit
center
Loops,
of all
dude.
of our hearts, bro. Like
Dude,
George Santos
for
is
real.
just like out here on
For real.
Gourd, dude.
On guard, dude.
Seriously.
Dude, he is the
He
Pilgrims.
no,
Bring
he
him.
is he like me and you are Charlie Brown and Lioness, and he's just like he is the Great Pumpkin Patch, like, and he's just surrounding us on Gourd, dude.
Okay, so who's your worst person?
Um. So for sure, like you said, Diddy's on there. He might almost have to be number one.
He's the leader in the clubhouse right now.
Yeah, he's got.
Because we're not
We're
done.
going into Sunday. We're going into Sunday, final round, and he's on the leaderboard. He's number one
Yeah.
on the leaderboard. He's got like a 3-stroke lead where it's like, whew, they're having a hard time catching Diddy. He's on his Tiger Woods shit.
That's true. He's not even in the clubhouse yet because like shit's still coming out. So he
Oh,
could
yeah.
he could still gain on these people.
Oh yeah, he's got room. He's only on the third hole. Like he's just
can
getting
extend that
started. Yeah, a couple people lost some strokes. I mean, I feel like you could easily make a case for me. Ken Paxton's definitely on that list. Has to be. Yeah, Ken Paxton's on that list, and maybe Elon Musk, maybe like a Putin.
Yeah. Or the two warlords over there in Sudan causing up civil war that we don't ever talk about. It's like displaced 10 million people.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and they would take like a spot together. I think they would be.
Yeah.
You know.
They're two pieces of shit.
Oh damn it! That would have been. It's like the two pieces of shit compromise. Yeah, I mean, I think it's got to be Diddy.
Yeah.
Right now. But
For sure.
anything's possible.
And yeah, hey, there's still time.
Who else comes up
3
on this
months
list?
left. 3 months.
Who else still comes up on this list?
Worst people?
Well, anybody that's associated with Diddy that like we would know. Would be,
Oh,
like,
I don't
there's
know.
gonna be like there's got to be like one of his I don't know like his backdoor.
You think
man.
like Farnsworth Bentley?
No, I think that Farnsworth is like, bro, I told you not to be doing this shit, bro. Like, I'm just here to hold the umbrella, dog. That's like all I'm here to do is I hold the umbrella. I'm vibing. I got your shit.
Mace?
I got the aux cord. Nah, man. Mace looks like, I mean, number one, shout out Cameron and Mace. Their shit's hilarious, but it's good to see him like have his kind of comeback because, no, I mean, Puff Daddy.
I'm back. I thought he was like a priest.
And then he came back. There's that song, Welcome Back, Welcome Back, Welcome Back. That was a banger. But no, he does a podcast and like talk show with Cameron, and it's absolutely ridiculous. And they have tons of people on all the time. But him and Cameron are absolute characters. But Diddy fucked him over, so they're not even cool like that. So he's like, nah, man, fuck Diddy. Like, and he's been on that shit for years. So it's almost interesting that now that all this comes out, he's like, nah, man, he was on some weird shit. But they had issues pretty quickly because Diddy was fucking him over. And like suppressing his music and moving on to other stuff. There's like a whole history behind it. Because Mace used to have some bangers, man.
Yeah, I agree. I had his album.
Harlem World, dude.
All right, you want to move on to the topics?
Yeah, you want to do it now or do you want to take a break?
We do now.
All right, cool.
All right. First article comes from the Wall Street Journal. Cheetos food coloring churns mice transparent. The dye alters the optical qualities of skin, allowing light to pass through. By Needy Subaruman. It's a vanishing act that Harry Houdini would envy. A popular food dye in Cheetos can churn the skin of live mice transparent to reveal the animal's organs inside. When scientists massage the solution of the dye tartrazine onto the bellies of live mice, their skin appeared to vanish, revealing the inner organs and pulsing muscles in the gut. After soaking the mice's heads in the solution, they saw blood vessels that sluiced the brain. Applied to the hind limbs, the dye showed muscles in the legs. Biological cells are held together by oily membrane made of fats, embedded in watery matrix. Fat and water transmit light differently, so light scatters as it hits the cells. This is why skin is so opaque. but the addition of this food dye evens out the difference between the fat and water, allowing light to pass through, rendering the skin layers transparent, the researchers said. It was one of those moments where you go, that is both really clever and really simple, said Christopher Rollins, a biophotonics researcher at Imperial College London who reviewed the study, wrote a commentary about the findings for Science. Tartrazine, certified by the FDA as FD&C Yellow Number 5, is used at much lower concentrations in snacks and sodas. I wouldn't worry about making my belly or my gut transparent by eating a bag of Doritos, said Stanford University material scientist Gusong Hong, who was part of the team that described the phenomenon in the journal Scientist in September. What do you think about this?
I mean,
if the dye works on human tissues, the phenomenon could one day be a useful medical tool from a variety of imaging uses to displaying subcutaneous veins for easy blood draws.
To like rub it on and then they like see the vein and like
yeah.
I mean, I guess it could have some applications, but that's fucked
up. What do you mean, you guess?
That's fucked up. Number one, we don't know.
It's fucked up.
I want to be all clear and shit.
That's so crazy. I don't want to be clear either, but like,
yeah,
you just change how like the way that you can see through your skin by like putting a fucking lotion on it, and it comes from Cheeto dye. What?
Yeah, and we've been eating that shit.
I couldn't imagine just putting a lotion on my skin and all of a sudden
and like, ooh, that'd be bro. That'd make mushroom trips even more intense.
Oh my god,
these rave kids would go out of control. That would be insane. The electric music scene would be fucked up.
People would be walking around like fashion style, like seeing their veins and their organs.
Like, push me and then just touch me, like, so you can see.
Well, not just at raves, just like
my skin. Oh yeah, but that's like even like be a total fashion statement, like models walking down the runway, bitches clear.
Or just like at the office.
Oh yeah. Oh, your eyeballs look really great today. Thanks. I got a new translucent cream, yellow number.
Your fucking skull.
It's just 3 times the yellow number 5. But I remember we used to make jokes about that shit when we were kids.
But dude, like, what if you could like see like cancer and shit?
No, I'm sure there could be some applications for it, but that's fucked up. That's exactly
fucked up that it's so easy. But like, isn't this like crazy?
We don't even know that. We don't even know that though. That's just in mice. We don't even.
Like if they could just do it in mice, like skin's not the same. Come on.
Who knows, man?
Isn't it just like weird? Like just like how much like new science shit like every day. Like figured this out.
Oh shit, man! That stuff we put on those fish and chips, the freezer dried fish and chip packets. That stuff, man, you can see through your goddamn head with that. You know that you rub that shit on your face. If you got a tumor, they can fucking see that shit, bro. Watch. No, you can't. Yeah, man, watch.
Which is insane because like Cheetos, like you can't get off of your hands, and it doesn't make your hands translucent. It like looks like the cheese shit.
Someone's
so
sitting there eating Cheetos, and then is like, ooh, and then like playing with these.
This mixed it with
this mouse they found. Like, guys, look, I found this mouse. It's just fucking covered in Cheeto, and then it jumps out of their hands, and then they're like, where'd it go? Where did it go? And they can't find it, and they can still hear it, and then somebody steps on it, and they're like, oh shit, bro, I think it's like clear. I wonder if the Cheetos had something to do with it.
Like, you're definitely on mushrooms, and you got Cheetos,
yeah,
and you're
bro.
playing with mice.
That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Dude. That stuff
Get a hold of yourself,
that
Stanford.
we powder on our fucking artificially flavored cheese puffs maybe lets us see through mice. That's some weird shit. That scientist that like no people are like, hey, like don't hang out with that kid. I do not. They're doing weird shit in the garage in that house. You are not allowed to be friends with that kid. He's gonna get you in trouble.
Maybe he just saw that new movie.
And then they harness it. And what I'm saying is then they harness it, and then they're like, oh, and they stop like murdering and torturing mice. They just like eat Cheetos and play with them at work, and then they figure out some way to make them bitches clear. Next thing, like I don't like this is who's like, let's take yellow number 5 and rub it all over these fucking mice. Like that's the weird.
I'll tell you, Japanese.
That's
Japs.
I can't. I can't. That's just like I I would walk out of that room if I was a scientist. I'd be like, bro, what are we doing? Like, are you serious?
Okay, just to clear it up, at the very end, they said that human skin is 10 times thicker than mice skin, so it wouldn't have the same
Yeah, that's what I'm
effects.
saying. They'd have to like pump you full of yellow number
All
five.
right. Well, hey, do it, dude. I'll give me some Surge. I bet Surge had it.
No, that's what I was gonna say. Is we used to joke about how if you
Doesn't
drink
it
too
shrink
much,
your
like
dick?
yeah, it was like if you drink red dye number 4,
Yeah.
your dick gets small, and you'd be looking at
So
like your quick trip juice shit, and you'd be like, damn, bro, this is
damn, bro,
loaded with
I'm
red 40.
6 and my dick is small.
Yeah, you're like, damn, dude, did I do this? I did this to myself. Damn you, upgraded
Just kidding.
cafeteria.
Hey, dude, I'm just kidding. My dick was huge at 6. Fuck you.
Gee. But no, that's fucked up, man. I don't play this like, oh, we got these rats and let's.
I want to skip the next article. It was like a novel, like, and it's not that interesting.
I mean, Russians are taking over.
Yeah, but it was like from a long time ago, and it doesn't matter. Okay, next article from The Guardian out in the UK by Stephanie Kirschgeisner. Trump administration protected Brett Kavanaugh from full FBI investigation. Inquiry by Sheldon Whitehouse, who's a senator, found White House and FBI misled about inquiry into Supreme Court nominee. The Trump administration protected Brett Kavanaugh from facing a full FBI investigation in the wake of serious allegations that he sexually assaulted 2 women, once in high school and once in college, during his controversial 2018 Senate confirmation to become a Supreme Court justice, according to a new report. An investigation led by the Democratic Senator Sheldon Whitehouse also found that both the Trump White House and the FBI misled the public and the Senate about the scope of the investigation, and it did conduct into the sexual assault allegations by falsely claiming that the FBI had conducted its investigation thoroughly and by the book. Kavanaugh's confirmation by the Senate seemed to be in doubt after Christine Blasey Ford, a professor at Palo Alto University, alleged he had sexually assaulted her while the 2 were in high school. A classmate at Yale named Deborah Ramirez alleged in a report published by The New Yorker that Kavanaugh had exposed himself at a drunken dormitory party. Kavanaugh denied both allegations. The Senate Judiciary Committee agreed after Ford publicly testified about her allegations that the FBI conduct a supplemental background check to examine those allegations before the full Senate voted on his nomination. In the aftermath of Kavanaugh's ultimate confirmation by the Senate in a 50-48 vote, White House and its staff set out on a 6-year investigation to try to find answers about how the FBI conducted its investigation. The investigation was hampered, White House said, by executive branch delays, reluctance to answer even basic questions, and often incomplete answers. In 2018, to Christine Blasey Ford, that I'd keep digging for however long it took and not give up or move on from Senate Republicans and the Trump White House shameful confirmation process for Justice Kavanaugh, White House said. This report shows that the supplemental background investigation was a sham controlled by the Trump White House to give political cover to Senate Republicans and put Justice Kavanaugh back on the political track to confirmation. What do you think about this?
I mean, it's not shocking. That's not a surprise. Oh, like they were rushing these fucking people in there and kind of just jumping over facts and just being like, "As okay, come on." Yeah, I'm sure they half-ass everything.
I know, but it's like when the FBI is getting corrupted.
But the FBI is so confusing. It doesn't make any sense. I'm so confused. Like, I'm not even kidding, because half of the Republicans hate the FBI, right? They're terrible.
They used to not. It used to be a Republican thing.
It used to be a Republican thing. Then it wasn't.
Now they're like defund the
now
FBI.
they do.
Which is
But now
defund
they're
the
like.
police.
But now they're like, oh.
I know that. Well, that's because the FBI is investigating Trump. The Republicans don't believe in anything. That's why whatever Trump has, like, says something, you know, like they used to be fiscally conservative. Trump added the most to the debt of anybody. It's like they used to be about law enforcement. Fuck the FBI. You know what I'm saying? It's like
no, like, but there's times where they like the FBI. They're okay with the FBI, and then there's other times where they
like
fucking
when they're
hate them.
investigating Democrats, probably like with it's Hunter Biden.
Yeah, it's just all over the place.
It's whatever serves them, dude.
I get that, but the fact that it's whatever serves them, it's like you can forget what narrative we're on. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, hold on,
They don't
wait.
care. They're shameless.
It's like just two coconut shells, but they're moving them so fast. I don't know which one's got up the
Did,
ball in
did
it.
you fall out of a coconut tree, bro?
On
You
gourd,
coconut pilled right now? On gourd?
on gourd. I'm gourded, dog. On gourd, for sure.
All
No, I
right,
mean
well,
it's not surprising. Honestly,
yeah.
it's not at all. Because
I just want to keep pointing out how corrupt the Republican Party is.
no, they're absolutely corrupt. Their corruption's on like a different level. Are there corrupt Democrats? I'm sure. Are there just corrupt people in politics because we have somebody who sells an electric car that he bought off two other dudes and then just rebranded it and now sells it as his own idea and claims to be the founder, can pay people $47 to go get registered voters to sign a dumbass petition. He's in like, what if he did?
Jesus Christ, bro. Okay, this is the difference. Okay, there are corrupt Democrats, but the Republican Party is a corrupt party. It is like a party built for corruption. Like where there's like obviously there's always going to be corrupt politicians, you know. But this is like an organized crime syndicate.
It's like Trump got all of them together and started like teaching like a workshop class on how to like grift and get money and be controversial and say like wild stupid shit because nobody's gonna care, and like got them together for like a 2-week retreat somewhere, and then like Bohemian Grove style, and then they all just came out because I remember when it wasn't this ridiculous. No,
I know. I mean, I know.
it's next level ridiculous. Where they
okay, but just you're forgetting about like the Tea Party.
well, but the Tea Party was fucking weird, and it didn't work out that well. So
The Tea Party is MAGA. Like,
well, it is MAGA. No, it's the rebirth.
Venn diagram
It's the rebirth of it. Yeah,
right.
it's
All right. Let's next article. Now we talked about like anecdotally, like a friend of mine's kid like was going to school with somebody who's identifying as a fox. Well, this is from the Sunday Times. School allows child with species dysphoria to identify as an animal. Aberdeen City Council says at least one pupil has the condition following reports that children were claiming to be wolves and cats. Those with species dysphoria believe their body is of the wrong species. Experts have linked the condition to autism. A Scottish pupil has been allowed to identify as an animal, a council has admitted. Aberdeen City Council said at least one child has been recognized as having species dysphoria in response to a Freedom of Information request, but refused to say which animal. Species dysphoria is a condition in which a person feels that their body is of the wrong species. People who may have the condition are sometimes known as therians. We are unable to advise you how many pupils have been identified with species dysphoria, as the number is less than 5, the council said in a written response to the information request. To release the type of species dysphoria recorded would lead to identification of individuals. However, the document added that no arrangements had been made to accommodate such pupils. It also said the advice would be sought from our educational psychologists or similar if required, according to the Scottish Daily Mail. What?
man.
There's been numerous reports of children allegedly trying to identify as animals, including foxes. See, remember we said fox.
Yeah.
Dragons, birds, snakes, and sharks, although it's unclear whether the children were serious. Last month, the Scottish Daily Mail said a secondary school pupil had been allowed to identify as a wolf. A council which the newspaper did not name said the pupil was a part of a group name known as furries.
See, what I'm saying is these are, I swear,
These are just
half
furries,
of this
bro.
shit, half of this shit is people fucking with them. Like, it has to be. There are definitely kids that are like, bro, I'm just gonna start saying I'm a fucking wolf, and people are like, no, you're not. And he's like, yeah, bro, $100, I'll act like a wolf for 3 months. Like I would do that, $100.
100?
When you're in like 4th grade, I'll give you 100.
Yeah.
On God, dude, you're stacking.
On guard.
No, that's on God, bro. You're stacking. If you're doing that, get out of here. Taking the whole
That's like more than $1 a day.
taking the whole family to McDonald's, bro. Like, let's go. What's on me, Ma?
I'm getting
You
99-cent cheeseburgers every day for the next 3 months.
get you that Shamrock Shake, girl. You know what I'm saying? But
Eh.
this is absolutely absurd. I mean, obviously, it's either kids fucking with. If you're actually autistic and this is something that you have, but like there's 5 kids, that seems like a high
Yeah, no,
number.
it said less than 5, but the fact there's more than one in
And
this
it's less
one
than
little
5.
spot.
That's a very
Yeah,
specific. So you got
yeah, come
5.
on.
You got 5,
It,
bro. When you hit
yeah,
6, you're gonna
the
drop the
fact there's
addy.
more than one person like in Scotland in general. Scotland's not a big country.
Yeah,
Like
and,
there
and
shouldn't
that
be more
5 of
than
them,
one
and
Scottish kid
yeah, it's like I'm a
in
wolf.
one city.
Nah, man. That's what you just. That's where like if we said some shit like that, I don't know. I'm just.
Somebody saying that the council said the allegations would center on the academy. Oh, hold on. In January last year, Aberdeenshire Council was forced to deny claims that children at a secondary school were identifying as cats and requesting litter trays in the lavatories.
Yeah, because
I
I've
remember
heard
that.
that.
I
That
remember
happened
that.
like
Like,
there.
the council said the allegations, which centered on Banff Academy, were false rumors and added it is disappointing to see this rumor continue to spread. However, both Aberdeenshire Council and Banff Academy continue to focus on well-being and education of our children and young people. 5 months later, a row erupted after a teacher in England was recorded telling a pupil she was despicable for refusing to accept that her classmate identified as a cat.
See, and that's just you can't. Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Many Therians displayed schizotypal personality traits, such as the tendency to have unusual perceptual experiences, although concluded that they measure just as highly as the general population for mental well-being. Yeah, so at least they're happy.
Well, yeah, I'd be happy as fuck if I was just like, I'm Alligator Joe and I'm an alligator.
No,
And
you
people
wouldn't.
were like, oh, damn, bro. Yeah, whenever I was that
If
age,
you were
I
like
could
in the
get away with it.
WWE or something and you were Alligator Joe,
Because you
but like,
can't do that.
bro, you would not be happy if you were Alligator Joe.
Maybe. I bet you, like, if I'm like 8 and I'm telling you that when I'm 8, I'm half fucking with you, bro. So the fact that I've got you to call me Alligator Joe and like let me eat and like let me lay on my stomach and just hang out and occasionally bite people, and I'm like, sorry, man, it's just in my nature. Like
It's in my nature.
that's
It's in
epic,
my
and I
nature.
got away with it. I don't know. The cats, the litter boxes and bathroom stuff was funny because there's a whole slew of people that 100% nosedived into that concept that there's kids with litter boxes and they're shitting in the back of the classroom. I was like, bro, school's gotten wild nowadays, but there was no kids shitting in a box in the back of the classroom. And
Yeah.
and, yeah. And if they are, and he's not making fox sounds wearing a
What
goddamn
did the
mask.
fox say?
Like I think you get kicked out of school for that shit. Like you get.
Oh yeah, I think you just get beat up for saying something like that.
In the movie, that stupid ass movie Deliverance, there's a scene where like everyone starts spinning out because they're possessed by the devil or some shit, and her son stands up in the middle of the class, takes a shit in his hand, and just throws it at this teacher. It's like the funniest shit I've ever seen because you don't expect it. You're like, what's going on? And like one of them's like freaking out, and the other one's like floating in her bed, and then there's just this kid who just like takes a shit in his hand and just hits this teacher in his whole classroom in the face. Like it doesn't make sense because you don't see it, but the amount that comes out from the point of view of him and like the shotgun blast spray of this shit this kid throws, it's like I'm gonna find the clip. No, dude, it's a movie, so it's fake, but it's fucking hilarious and out of nowhere. Sorry.
Final article
You can't be a
from NBC News.
wolf.
Just to let you guys know out there in the world how hard we're stunned out here in California. The California Police Department spent $153,000 on a Cybertruck for its DARE program. Although Irvine police said they won't use the Cybertruck as a patrol car, the police department didn't rule out other uses should the needs arise. Article NBC News by David Ingram. Police Department Southern California said it is the country's first Tesla Cybertruck for police use, but the unusual vehicle won't see much action. The Irvine Police Department unveiled the purchase Tuesday in a splashy video on social media, including Facebook and X. The price tag $153,175.03, including the installation of emergency equipment. The police department said its Cybertruck would have a limited role, jazzing up anti-drug events at schools through the Drug Abuse Resistance Education DARE program. I thought that we got rid of that shit.
No, it's still
Like,
around. Dare's always lurking, bro.
god damn, Nancy Reagan.
Him and Scruff McGruff are in the alley out back. We give him.
Just say no. For over 3 decades, our DARE officers, 3 decades, this money that we're wasting on this program. For over 3 decades, our DARE officers have driven attention-grabbing and one-of-a-kind vehicles that never fail to turn heads and excite students, the department said on Facebook. A minute-long video created by the Irvine Police Department shows the vehicle driving alone at night with lights flashing and dramatic music playing in the background. Oh my god. Irvine is in Orange County, south of Los Angeles. The police department put the price tag in context in a fact sheet distributed to the media, saying more commonly seen Ford Police Interceptor cost $116,000, which an expected life of 3 to 4 years. It said it expects to use the Cybertruck for 10 years. Sergeant Carrie Davies, a spokesperson, said in an email that the police department expects to save money in the long run, including by not having to purchase gas for the Cybertruck. And she said that the department needed a new DARE vehicle anyways. The Cybertruck is a replacement for another DARE vehicle that has reached its shelf life, she said. The Cybertruck has had a rocky start since Tesla began delivering the unusual vehicle in November. While some sales estimates have been positive, the Cybertruck has had 5 recalls over software or equipment problems, and its vulnerabilities such as no washing in direct sunlight have helped make it frequent punchline on the internet. Although Irvine police said they won't use the Cybertruck as a patrol car, they didn't rule out other uses should the needs arise. While the fully equipped vehicle won't be used as a patrol car, it can respond to emergencies and assist the community when needed, the police department said on Facebook.
I mean, that's dumb as shit. That's stupid as shit. For DARE, if it was SWAT or something, that'd be
So
like.
what is it gonna do in SWAT, dude? You get lit up by like a machine gun out here, dude.
Yeah,
like,
people. They shoot it. That's bulletproof. You could do something to make it
it's not
cool.
bulletproof.
You could do something to make it cool and be like, all right, let's deck this out. And then everybody be like, yo, bro, SWAT's got a fucking Cybertruck. It's tight as fuck. I mean, Cybertrucks are stupid, but they've put some like minigun on it. But you give it to DARE.
Yeah, man, they already
You
did
give
that
it
with,
to
like, a
fucking
warlord out in,
DARE.
like, Romania.
You give it to DARE. The DARE is the conversations,
the wackest place ever.
the conversations you have with DARE make you want to do drugs. That's how bad they are at being cops. Is they push you to drugs. They tell you all the things that makes drug. Like, oh, that sounds kind of tight, actually. They do, and then they show you a big old fucking three-piece board that's got like, this is like this represents weed and this is crack, and they show you all this different shit like behind, like stored in like some bubble. You're like, what the fuck? Like, you guys, yeah, smell that weed, guys. What do y'all think?
You're just plotting to get the crack out of there.
That's
like,
your
how am I
future.
gonna get this crack?
That's the
how am
end
I gonna
of
get that crack off that billboard?
Yeah, you're like, what do I have? Like, can I have an X-Acto knife in my bag? Can I get that right now?
Can I get that rock?
And you get
I'm already addicted.
They're not gonna use it for anything. It'd be cool to see them like drive a Cybertruck like into the side of some fucking trailer, just be like poof, with a big old grill and shit. But it's just used for DARE. For DARE, the most bitch ass.
When they hit me with it, like how it's actually fiscally responsible, I was like, ah.
No, that makes me roll my eyes. The fact that you can't be DARE is traveling so much that they need a car that doesn't run on gas, that worries me. Because that means they're going everywhere, energy efficiently,
She just threw that in there. She threw that in there.
Convincing kids to do drugs. The less mobile they are, the better. And you just give them some electric
Especially because
shit.
Elon does so many drugs, and he's like the symbol of the Cybertruck, and he just openly does drugs.
It's the worst idea. It's like asking.
He's doing drugs in the Cybertruck. Like he was on drugs when he invented the Cybertruck.
Crackhead friend to watch your $1 million for you, and one of your other when there's like other friends you have that that are much more responsible, and like one of them's a banker, and you choose to give the crackhead the $1 million. Be like, nah, man.
What did you think about a normal? What did you think about a normal cop car costing $113,000?
No, that's why it's got to go to like SWAT. U.S. Marshals.
No, but they're saying just a normal cop car.
Oh, normal cop cars are way hella expensive
113 G's. God damn.
because they soup the fuck out of them.
I know, but still, that's a lot.
So like I said, give that to SWAT.
And they only last for 4 years.
Give that to
What
SWAT.
are you doing, dude?
You can mount some gun on the back of it. You can do some cool shit and make it like some little mini tank.
It's not cool, dude.
Electric mini tank.
Trust me, a lot of people have been trying to do that, and
I know.
it's still not been cool.
Twitter's full of those where it's like
I know.
Tesla meetups and everyone's just like, or Cybertruck meetups, and they have some pretty cringy fucking wraps on their car. And if you get a Cybertruck, you have to wrap it. You can't.
Dude, I know some celebs out here with the Cybertruck. I'm not gonna name names. But you looking like a bozo.
On board?
On gourd.
Why are they looking like a bozo?
It's because how are you gonna be 7 feet in a Cybertruck? You're not naming names. You know what I'm saying, dude? Come on.
No, I mean that makes sense. That'd be difficult.
Goofy.
Yeah, you'd be like that'd be weird.
You can't even fit a bike in the back of the truck. How are you gonna fit inside of it?
Yeah, that's just a status symbol. But if you get it wrapped, at least it's a little bit better. You can't just be driving around with like a bare ass naked, chromed out, shiny. You gotta get it like wrapped in black. Even then, it's still goofy as fuck. It just looks like a Pontiac Aztec.
Big facts.
That's it. Just with worse angles.
I'm
It's
an
like,
Aztec warrior.
it looks like a warthog from Halo, but like on Nintendo 64 or some shit. Like it's not.
Yeah, that's right.
That's not like my thing. I didn't do it.
Shit looks like a microwave.
Was that the last article?
'Twas.
Oh man.
You're having so much fun.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know
I hit
how
with the
come if you
articles.
become
I got you translucent rats. I got
how can you become these kids that become animals? They're never like not cool animals. So that's where that's where it's like I'm like in the sense that they're never like
what's a not cool
they're
animal?
like, oh, I'm a mole. You'd be like, that kid sucks. That's the mole kid. He's like weird. Because I feel like they always pick something like, oh,
Well, it'd be hard to identify
I'm a
the
lion.
moles.
I'm a
You go your-
lion. And you're
moles
like,
are
well,
everywhere, but you can go your whole life not see a mole in real life because they be underground.
that's true. Topanga digs them bitches up and kills them. It's pretty wild. Because she'll,
That's Joseph's girlfriend, y'all.
yeah, Topanga the dog. No, I just don't understand why they're never like a chicken. They're always like, I'm an eagle, I'm a lion, I'm
Fox,
a bear.
the
Fox?
is- yeah.
I feel like that's oversaturated.
The recurring theme of Fox is weird.
That's what I'm saying. There's no originality.
You
No
gotta
one's
come
ever like,
original.
oh, I'm
Well,
a...
we don't know. We don't know because they wouldn't tell us. I
No,
mean,
we
some of them
know
they told us, but-
because if somebody picks some shitty wimpy animal, then I'd be more likely to be like, well, you didn't pick that for yourself. Nobody would pick that. But if some 10-year-old's like, I'm a Komodo dragon, I'm like, okay, tight, like whatever, kid. But like, you made that up. There's A, this is not your climate. B, you don't even know.
But
what
also,
they look like.
C, can you do my math homework for me? Because I know you're probably good at it because you're on the spectrum.
Yeah, because you're on some Rain Man shit. But I just don't. That's really where I reach it. Where you're like, okay, but how come nobody's not cool? Everybody picks some. You're always an animal.
Most animals are cool.
Yeah, but I'm saying like nobody picks like a bitch ass animal.
How do you know nobody? We have one city. We have one city in Scotland.
No, because everybody's a cat with a fucking litter box, or somebody's a wolf, or somebody's a lion. It's never like, oh, I'm a fucking sparrow. Nobody's ever like that specific. You know what I'm saying? They just be like, oh, I'm an eagle, dog. Of course, I'm a dragon. What the fuck? How are you gonna pick a dragon? No, I'm a.
Dragon can't even. That's not real, right? Because like dragons aren't real.
How could you?
Dysphoria of a species that doesn't exist.
So you're the only one. That's like I'm a dodo bird. You're like, bitch, you extinct.
Unless you're in China, I don't know.
I just don't. And they're like elementary school. I don't know. And that's what I'm saying. They gotta be fucking
and you know,
trolling people. These kids are all trolls. They gotta
hey,
be
I heard
trolling
Kamala
people.
Harris was letting them do species. She was paying for
Some
kids in juvenile hall species change surgeries.
you know,
She's paying for
you know
those.
what they do? They give them Animorph books, and then that lays the groundwork. That's how they indoctrinate your kid into becoming interspecies, is by having them read Animorphs.
Yeah, and they get them addicted to furry porn.
Animorphs. I had some of those
That's
books,
literally
bro.
what a
I
furry
used to
is.
read Animorphs. I'm lucky I escaped with my life.
Yeah, dude.
And my species hood. Nah, bro, I can't. Like, I swear some of these kids are trolling. And obviously, this has to exist. And if these people truly believe that, I'm not trying to troll. But, like, 5 kids all from the same school.
Hold up. You hold up. You're willing to do that. You're
I'm
gonna
just
say
saying.
you're gonna say you're gonna give them
There's
the
got to
benefit
be
of the
somebody.
doubt?
There's
You're
no.
gonna give them the bennies?
No, not
You're gonna give
them.
them the
I'm
bennies
saying
of the
this.
doubt?
What I'm saying is this. There's got to be somebody out there who genuinely thinks they're like a dolphin or some shit. And I'm not saying that's. I'm not trying to hate
A
on them.
5-year-old?
But what I'm saying is 5 kids all from the same school,
Right.
all of a sudden become fucking
Right.
wolves and are running around in a pack and howling. Like, somebody needs to be an adult and be like, how are we even taking this serious in the first place? They're like, they're kids. I remember a girl fighting me when I was in first grade, and she used to run around with her homies like velociraptors from Jurassic Park. Nobody was like, that bitch is a dinosaur. I was like, yo, that girl over there who's always acting like a raptor is weird as shit, and I want her to stay away from me because she's normal in class. But when we get outside and we're all by the monkey bars and shit, she starts making wild sounds and running around with like 5 other people like raptors. And I'm not really into that. Jurassic Park was cool, but it wasn't so cool. I want to become a fucking dinosaur. And nobody was like, hey, dinosaur bitch, like, come here. I need you to do your homework.
Dinosaur bitch.
I don't know. Well, you know.
That's what we're calling her.
She tried to lay her hands on me, bro. She tried to put her hands on me because I was talking shit because she was running around like a fucking dinosaur. We were over here playing Aladdin. Of course, there was like, oh, Joseph will be a boo. I was like, that's fucked up, you guys. That's messed up. But all right, that's tight.
I did play Jafar in the play Aladdin in 6th grade.
I was like, that makes sense. I mean,
shout out your boy.
Damn, now that I think about it, that's terrible. Well, what else you got?
Meditate, bitches.
Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, as well as live your best life. We appreciate y'all listening and tuning in. 156, government controlling the weather, you tell me. And honestly, go watch the Jesse Ventura episode about harp on conspiracy theories. It's interesting. And he like talks to somebody. That's the thumbnail for the visual one I put in there, where he's interviewing someone about it, and they use an umbrella to block their face because they don't want to be seen on camera. And it's Jesse Ventura in a rainy place, wearing a leather, all black with a leather jacket. Very, you know.
Oh, you're turning me on, bro.
I mean, it's a sight to be seen. That's for sure.
To behold.
Well, y'all, as always, be good, stay out of trouble, laugh a little bit, but yeah, just, you know, be good and go fuck yourselves.
Shout out.
Recording stopped.